Once upon a time, in a cozy little room filled with sunshine and dreams, lived a group of the fluffiest, most adventurous teddy bears you've ever seen. There was Barnaby, the big brown bear with a wise smile, Rosie with her bright pink bow, Patches, who was sewn together from all sorts of colorful fabrics, and little Timmy, the smallest of them all, but with the biggest heart. Every day, they would sit on the shelf, patiently waiting for their best friend, a little girl named Lily, to come and play. But when the house was quiet and the moonbeams danced on the floor, the teddy bears had a secret life of their own. One beautiful night, when the stars were twinkling like tiny diamonds, Barnaby whispered, "Friends, I feel an adventure calling. The air smells of sweet berries and fresh grass. It's a perfect night for a picnic." Rosie clapped her soft paws together. "A midnight picnic. What a wonderful idea." Patches did a little somersault, and Timmy's button eyes sparkled with excitement. Quietly, oh so quietly, they tiptoed to the toy chest. Barnaby found a tiny checkered blanket. Rosie gathered some delicious pretend cookies, and Patches packed a few miniature teacups. Little Timmy, with all his might, carried a single juicy-looking plastic strawberry. With their basket full, they snuck out of the room, down the hallway, and through the cat flap into the magical moonlit garden. The world outside was so big and beautiful. Fireflies blinked like floating lanterns, and the gentle rustle of leaves sounded like a soft lullaby. They found the perfect spot under a grand old oak tree. As they laid out their blanket, a pair of bright eyes peeked out from behind a bush. It was a shy little squirrel, twitching its nose. "Hello there," Barnaby said in his calm, friendly voice. "Would you like to join our picnic?" The squirrel, whose name was Squeaky, nervously scampered over, his eyes wide at the sight of the cookies. Soon, they were joined by a wise old owl named Hoot, who landed softly on a branch above them. He had seen many things from his perch, but never a teddy bear picnic. He hooted a gentle hello. Then came a family of bunnies, their long ears flopping as they hopped closer, drawn by the happy chatter. The bears shared their treats, and their new friends shared stories of the forest. Squeaky told them where to find the crunchiest acorns. Hoot described the shapes he saw in the clouds during the day, and the bunnies taught them a fun hopping game. They laughed and played under the silvery moon, a delightful mix of fur, feathers, and fluff. It was a night filled with friendship and joy. But as the first hint of pink and orange began to paint the eastern sky, Hoot gave a soft hoot of warning. "The sun will be awake soon," he said. "And so will your little girl." "He's right," Barnaby exclaimed. "We must get back before Lily wakes up." They quickly packed their basket, said their goodbyes to their wonderful new friends, and promised to have another picnic very soon. The animals waved as the four bears hurried back toward the house. They scurried through the cat flap, tiptoed up the stairs, and climbed back onto their shelf just as the first rays of sunlight streamed through the window. They settled into their usual spots, holding perfectly still. Barnaby, Rosie, Patches, and Timmy looked just like ordinary teddy bears again. A few moments later, the door creaked open, and in came Lily, her eyes still sleepy. She ran to her shelf and gave each bear a big morning hug. "Good morning, my fuzzy friends," she whispered. "I had the most wonderful dream. I dreamed you all had a picnic in the garden with a squirrel and an owl." The teddy bears didn't move, but if you looked very, very closely, you might have seen little Timmy's button eye give a tiny, happy wink. Their secret was safe, and their hearts were full, already dreaming of their next grand adventure. Thanks for listening to our story. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more magical tales. See you next time.